Welcome everyone to HVRL Wednesday night IndyCar series. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. We are starting off in qualifying right now. Right now, Mason Tomlinson has the lead with a 24.839. Daniel Everly is now taking the lead with a 24.726. Danny Gross is still on the track. Right now, he has scored fifth with a 24.873. Right now, Shauna Payek is fifth with a 24.793. Right now, we're watching Andre Cavallo. He's going to jump to second on the leaderboard with a 24.742. William Kern is out on the track. Remember, William Kern won the last two races. He's going in for a three-peat. He jumps up to fifth with a 24.788. We have 19 cars tonight. 4 were unable to qualify. Qualifying should be over. Everybody that's watching out on YouTube, if you have any pre-picks before the race starts, put it in the comment. All right, everybody, we'll be right back while they do their driver's meeting. All right, everybody, we are back. Let's go through our roster. Starting in P1 is Daniel Everly. P2 is Andre Cavallo. P3 is Casey Bentz. P4 is Randy Post. P5 is William Kern. P6 is James Tate. P7 is Mason Tomlinson. P8 is Sean Happick. P9 is Travis George. P8 is Danny Gross. P11 is Josh Revel. P12 is Stanley Hill. P13 is Bobby Grady. P14 is Nick DeTraglia. P15 is Shane Johnson. P16 is Jacob Hornbeck. P17 is Thad Miller. P18 is Sean McLean. And rounding out the back in P19 is Brent McKee. Tonight we are at Kansas Speedway. We are doing 130 laps tonight. Let's see if William Kern can survive the night and make a three-peat. Or is Daniel Everly going to win another race? Josh Revel's going for his second win. And Casey Bentz is going for his second win. As the pace car is pulling off, Daniel Everly gets a good jump on the inside. So that means Casey Bentz is going to go underneath Cavallo. Let me turn down the engine noise. We are watching Andre Cavallo. He's in 7th place. Randy Post is going to see if he can get the spot underneath him. William Kern made it to the lead already. Nick DeTraglia is all over the place. He just hit the wall. William Kern loses the lead to Mason Tomlinson and Travis George. Sean Happick is currently in battling William Kern for third place. He is going to go underneath of Travis George for second place. These guys are going to get about 23 laps of fuel tonight. Sean Happick takes it 3 wide. He gets a spot over Travis George. Now it's 3 wide for third place. You have 3 wide in the back. The whole field is basically 2 wide or 3 wide at the moment. Daniel Everly, our pole sitter, is falling back. He's currently fell back to 8th place, and there's a huge wreck. Somebody is upside down. Let's look to see what happened. Looks like Jason Hornbeck. He just gets a little loose. He wheel hops, hits into Brent McKee. Brent McKee goes airborne. He barely clips James Tate. Let's ride on board with Brent McKee. That's definitely a nice tumble. Stanley Hill stays out. Everybody else pits. Stanley Hill is going to try to play fuel strategy tonight. Our first caution of the race. And as we are on caution, we would like to talk about our sponsors. We would like to thank our sponsor, TEC Carolinas, the fire, security, and total life safety experts in the Carolinas. They deliver trusted fire protection, access control, and life safety services across North and South Carolina. Certified, experienced, and backed by decades of industry expertise. All three cars that were in the accident have meatballs, so they're going to have to use their fast repair. A reminder to everybody at home, they only get one fast repair. Stanley Hill is coming in. He just basically stayed out to get points for leading the lap. That is going to give Sean Happick the lead. William Kern in second, Travis George in third, Randy Post in fourth, Daniel Everly in fifth, Casey Benson sixth, Andre Cavallo in seventh, Shane Johnson in eighth, Bobby Grady in ninth, and Mason Tomlinson in 10th. That is your top 10 right now. Our first caution of the race. Sean Happick has definitely been up in the front almost every single race, but just bad luck keeps him out of the winner's circle. Huge stack up in the back. Right off the rip, there is a huge wreck. That is going to bring out our second caution of the night. Let's check to see here. It looks like when they're coming to the restart, Travis George accelerates before William Kern does. That gives Randy Post in the back of him. Daniel Everly has absolutely nowhere to go. Casey Bentz has nowhere to go. Who is that green car? That is car of Shane Johnson and Mason Tomlinson get into that wreck. That's about a 6-car wreck. That's very unfortunate. Sean Happick stays out. Andre Cavallo stays out. Bobby Grady stays out. Josh Revel stays out. Nick DeTraglia stays out. Thad Miller stays out. Sean McLean stays out. And Stanley Hill stays out. We have Travis George and Shane Johnson with a meatball. Randy Post has a black flag. Right now, we currently have 3 cars lapped down. James Taint, Brent McKee, and Jacob Hornick. William Kern is all the way down in 13th. William Kern might have sustained some damage. Looks like if he did sustain any damage, he uses fast repair. Travis George is still in the pit. Shane Johnson is still in the pit. Randy Post is coming out of the pits. James Tate is already out. Daniel Everly is out. So everybody is on track besides 2 vehicles right now. And that will give 5 cars a lap down, 1 lap down or more. As the pace car pulls in, Shauna Pyatt gets a really good jump over Andre. It's not going to last long with the draft. Bobby Grady is going on the outside of Sean Happick. Sean Happick's going back underneath. Let's see if he can clear Bobby Grady. He will clear Bobby Grady for the time being. Andre's coming underneath Bobby Grady to try to take second place. Josh Revel is going to try to... There is another caution. Sean Happick just got spun as the caution came out. Let's see what happens there. He basically hits the car on the inside, which I believe was Danny Gross. Danny Gross already has some rear end damage. He flings it around. Yep, Shauna Payek tries missing him, and he gets into the wall. That's very unfortunate for both drivers. That is going to give Bobby Grady the lead, with Andre Cavallo in second, Nick Traglia in third, Josh Revel in fourth, Thad Miller in fifth, Stanley Hill in sixth, Casey Benson seventh, Sean McLean in eighth, William Kern in ninth, and Mason Tomlinson in 10th. The top 7 stayed out. They're going to try to play some strategy. Looks like James Tate is going to get his lap back. Yep, James Tate is going to get his lap back. So that will put 6 cars a lap down. That is very unfortunate for Shauna Payek. Every race, just something goes wrong. Always bad luck. But as we all know, that's racing. Anything can happen. We are under our 3rd caution tonight. The number 1 car in first place. We are going to have 13 cars on the lead lap. The first car 1 or more laps down is Brent McKee. As the pace car pulls off, we are going to get our restart. Bobby Grady gets a good restart. There's a little bit of stack up in the back. Bobby Grady is trying to get some distance between him and Andre. They've all caught up to Bobby Grady. Andre and Josh Revel are side by side. Now Josh Revel is on the outside of Bobby Grady trying to go for the lead. He's going to get a run. Bobby Grady's going to fall to third. Nick DeTraglia is going to go on the outside of Josh Rebel. Andre is back in. He's fourth right now. He's underneath Thad Miller. Now he just passed Nick DeTraglia for third. Nick DeTraglia is definitely falling back. Stanley Hill just went under Nick DeTraglia for fourth place. Casey Benz is sitting in eighth. You got 3 wide for fifth place. Mason Tomlinson is on the inside of Thad Miller. Stanley Hill is sitting in sixth. We have a caution. Let's see what happens. Who is that? Looks like, let's rewind it. Looks like Jacob Hornick. Looks like Jacob Hornick comes up and gets into Thad Miller. Thad Miller has the run. Jacob Hornick is on the inside. He's on the apron. He comes up, gets loose, a little bit of net code, but then actually makes contact, turns around. Daniel Everly has nowhere to go. William Kern collides with Sean McLean. His car is destroyed. Every single car in that wreck is destroyed. That's going to give Andre Cavallo the lead. Casey Benson second. James Tate in third, which James Tate just got his lap back. Mason Tomlinson in fourth. Josh Rebel in fifth. Bobby Grady in sixth. Randy Post in seventh. Nick DeTraglia in eighth. Stanley Hill in ninth. And Sean McLean in 10th. Andre is going to pit. Casey Bent is going to pit. James Tate is going to pit. So that is going to give Mason Tomlinson the lead with Josh Rebel in second and Bobby Grady in third. We are on our fourth caution of the night. There are definitely some wrecked cars. We have one car that is out. Danny Gross. He is the first car retired for the night. Daniel Everly and William Kern has a meatball. And I believe Daniel Everly used his fast repair the last time, and one of the first wrecks that he was in. It looks like we are going to have 10 cars on the lead lap. The first one lap down is Brett McKee, and the only car 1 lap down. Jacob Hornick 2 laps down. William Kern 2 laps down. As the pace car pulls off, Mason Tomlinson gets an excellent jump on Josh Revel. Mason Tomlinson has been fast all season. He's another one that just has bad luck. We have another wreck. This will be our 5th caution of the night. This one is Travis George. Everything looks clean. He is on the outside. Comes down middle. Just gets loose. Snaps it to the right into the wall. And Jacob Hornick sustained some damage. That is major net code. That is definitely horrible for him. I believe he already used his fast repair for the night. Mason Tomlinson pits. That is going to give Josh Revel the lead. Brent McKee is going to get his lap back. Brent McKee did an excellent job at the ARCA race last night at Lime Rock. There's going to be 11 cars on the lead lap. Right now, our biggest mover of the night is Bobby Grady, up 11 spots. Our biggest negative of the night is Daniel Everly, minus 15. Jacob Hornick is out. Daniel Everly is out for the night. Thad Miller's out for the night. Travis George is out for the night. And Danny Gross is out for the night. We have 14 cars currently on track, and we started with 19. Josh Revel is definitely having a really good race for himself. Josh Revel does have a win. He won at Michigan 3 weeks ago. Daniel Everly, which won our 2nd race of the night, of the season, excuse me. He is out for the night. So the only one that's looking for their 2nd win of the season is Casey Bentz and Josh Revel, and William Kern is looking for his 3rd, and it would be 3 in a row. Josh Revel gets an excellent jump. But Bobby Grady is going to go to his outside. They are side by side. Bobby Grady is going to make the pass. Very easy pass. Randy Post is coming underneath Josh Revel for second. Randy Post is going to get clear. Nick DeTraglia is underneath Josh Revel for third. Nick DeTraglia is going to take third. Randy Post is going to go underneath Bobby Grady for the lead. William Kern and Casey Bentz are back here fighting. Randy Post is in the lead. We are too wide all over the racetrack. For second and third place on back is too wide. Randy Post is loving this because he's getting away. Now Randy Post has Stanley Hill underneath him. Randy Post fell to third. Casey Bentz is underneath Randy Post for third. Nick DeTraglia sitting in fifth. We have some lap down traffic coming up ahead. That is lap down car of Shane Johnson on the outside. Casey Bentz is looking underneath of Nick DeTraglia for fourth place. That is the lap down car of William Kern trying to get his lap back. Josh Revel fell all the way to seventh after restarting on the lead. Casey Bentz is right behind Andre Cavallo. Nick DeTraglia is going to go on the high side of Casey Bentz. He cannot make the pass. Brent McKee, that literally just got his lap back, is sitting there in sixth place, making his way back up through the field. Bobby Grady just got passed by Nick DeTraglia for fourth place. Nick DeTraglia is going to try to pass Casey Bentz for third. He's going to get a good run on the outside. Now he's going to try to pass Andre Cavallo on the outside for second place. The lead car of Stanley Hill and the lap down car of William Kern touch a little bit. Stanley Hill is absolutely off the pace after getting into it with William Kern. Doesn't look like he has any damage. Probably slowed down to save it. That is going to give Andre the lead. He is right behind the lap down car of William Kern. Mason Tomlinson is going to get a run. He's going to try to go underneath. He sits there, goes underneath. He completely takes out Andre. The lap down car of Shane Johnson just came in. Has nowhere to go. Mason Tomlinson has a run. He's going on the apron. He has the lap down of William Kern in front of him. He gets a massive run. Andre is on the bottom. He comes up, must not see Andre. He completely T-bones Andre in the side. They're locked together. They're both still stuck. They both come back up on the track. And Shane Johnson can't slow down in time. And hits Mason Tomlinson. That is very unfortunate. Andre was having an excellent race. I guarantee he's not too happy right now. There's definitely going to be a little drama there. Everybody pit. Casey Benz comes out to the lead. Nick DeTraglia comes in second. Bobby Grady in third. Brent McKee in fourth. Randy Post in fifth. Stanley Hill recovers in sixth. James Tate in seventh. Sean McLean in eighth. Remember, Sean McLean was in one of them early wrecks. Josh Revel is still in the pits. And so is William Kern. William Kern looks like he's taking tires. Josh Revel must be having some damage. William Kern comes out. That looks like that is going to put William Kern back on the lead lap. He's going to be in ninth. That is definitely not good for the rest of the field. We are under our sixth caution for the night. The pace car is going to pull off. And they are going to go green. Casey Benz gets an excellent jump. Like almost every person that's restarted from the lead gets. Casey Benz probably gets the best jump of the night. But Nick DeTraglia isn't too far behind. Nick DeTraglia is going to try to get a run on Casey Benz. He's going to go to his outside. He's going to give him some pressure. Bobby Grady shoots underneath Nick DeTraglia for second. They're going to race wheel to wheel. Bobby Grady is going to take second. Brent McKee is back there fighting with Stanley Hill for fourth. That is the lap down car of Andre Cavallo. He's only one lap down. Brent McKee is in fourth. He's going to try to go, he goes underneath Randy Post. Now he's going to go underneath Nick DeTraglia for third place. Brent McKee is definitely flying. Brent McKee is trying to get around of the lap down car of Andre. Brent McKee is going to go underneath Bobby Grady for second with the lap down car of Andre Cavallo right in front of him. Lap down a car of Andre Cavallo, makes the pass on Casey Bentz. Now Brent McKee is going to go underneath Casey Bentz for the lead. Brent McKee is definitely having an up and down race. Stanley Hill is going to go underneath Casey Bentz for second. And look out, everybody. Here comes William Kern. William Kern is sitting there going underneath Casey Bentz for second place. He makes the pass. James Tate is having himself a good race. He's sitting in sixth place. But we are only 55 laps in of 130. We're not even halfway yet, and we only have 13 cars out of 19 on the track. And we have 9 cars on the lead lap. Nick DeTraglia is cruising in fifth. He has James Tate right behind him. Brent McKee is getting a lot of pressure from William Kern. William Kern is still sitting behind Brent McKee. He is trying to play offense and defense. Not only is he trying to get the spot for Brent McKee, he is trying to hold Casey Bentz back. Now Josh Revel just passed Andre Cavallo for the first car a lap down, so if another caution does come out, he will get the lucky dog. Nick DeTraglia is going to try to look underneath the lap down car of Andre. He cannot make the pass. Casey Bentz has fell to fourth. Bobby Grady is definitely moving back up through the field. Nick DeTraglia and Stanley Hill are fighting for fifth place. Andre goes past Josh Revel for that first car lap down spot. Stanley Hill is definitely having himself a good race after a couple of unfortunate races. Stanley Hill is trying to look on the inside of the lap down car of Josh Revel. He cannot get it. Casey Bentz is going to go underneath the lap down car of Josh Revel. William Kern has fell back to third. Bobby Grady has taken that spot. And now they have a lap down car in between them. Now they have another lap down car of Sean Happick. Brent McKee is trying to stack as many lap down cars as possible between him and Bobby Grady. Him and Bobby Grady definitely put a lot of lap down cars between him and William Kern. They have two, and Josh Revel's coming underneath William Kern. That is going to slow William Kern down significantly. Stanley Hill goes underneath Casey Bentz for fourth. Brent McKee and Bobby Grady are definitely starting to pull away a little bit. They have two lap down cars. Yes, two lap down cars behind them in front of William Kern. It looks like Brent McKee is coming in the pit. It looks like Bobby Grady is coming in the pit. Nick DeTraglia is coming in the pit. So that is going to give William Kern the lead. Sean Happick is definitely not going to let William Kern pass him. He wants to try to get as many laps back as possible. We have a caution. We're under our 7th caution of the night. Looks like James Tate has crashed. It looks like he is in the middle of 2 and 3. I'm sorry, 3 and 4. It looks like he was pulling in the pit. And he just loses it. Puts it up on its side. Brings it back up on track. Wrecks the whole rear end. Looks like nobody else gets involved there. So everybody is going to come in the pit. Besides the guys that had already pit, that is definitely going to be an advantage for them. Josh Revel is coming in the pit from 6th place. He definitely stayed out to get a lap back. Looks like Andre Cavallo should be the lucky dog. Maybe not. It's showing we only have 9 cars on the lead lap. Some of these guys are going to take the wave around. Brent McKee, Bobby Grady, Nick DeTraglia is going to take the wave around. That is going to give William Kern the lead, with Casey Bentz right behind him. Right now, our biggest mover of the night is Sean McLean in 5th place. He's having a hell of a race. Casey Bentz is right up behind William Kern. William Kern doesn't get that good of a jump. Mason Tomlinson is also out for the night. That gives 6 cars that are retired for the night and 9 cars on the lead lap. We only have 13 out of 19 cars that started that are on track right now. Stanley Hill is going on the outside of Casey Bentz for 2nd place. Stanley Hill is trying to close behind William Kern. He cannot. He almost had a run, but William Kern blocked that run. He's going on the outside of William Kern. They're drag racing down into 3. They're side by side. Casey Bentz is right behind them. Shauna Pike is right there on the outside, trying to get one of his laps back again. He cannot keep up, so he's falling back. Casey Bentz is in 3rd place. Brent McKee is in 4th. As we are less than 50 laps left of this race. There's definitely good battles for the lead, but there has been a lot of wrecks and a lot of cautions. A lot of good cars have been taken out. Brent McKee's trying to go on the outside of Stanley Hill for the lead. He cannot make it. He's going to cut right in front of William Kern. William Kern, after restarting in the lead, has fell back to third place. Brent McKee and Stanley Hill are side by side, going into one for the lead. They are switching back and forth to the lead. Definitely an excellent, good race. Casey Bentz is sitting in fourth. He's trying to get a spot back from William Kern. Randy Post is making his way back up in the fifth. He has the lap down car of Sean Happick in front of him. The first car one lap down. Andre Cavallo is sitting in 10th. In ninth place now because Nick DeTraglia has pit, and he is going to go a lap down. Possibly. Yes, Nick DeTraglia is going to go one lap down. They are still drag racing for the lead, side by side. Stanley Hill gets the advantage, coming out of two. Brent McKee's going to get a run underneath. Stanley Hill isn't going to try to block it. Now he's got to run on the outside of Brent McKee. He's going to try to get a run down the back stretch. They are almost side by side going into three. Brent McKee is going to take the spot. Stanley Hill is trying everything he can to get around Brent McKee. They are side by side going into three. Brent McKee still holding on the first place. William Kern is in third. Casey Bentz is in fourth. Randy Post fifth. Josh Revel in sixth. Bobby Grady in seventh. Sean McLean in eighth. Andre Cavallo, which is the first car and the only car one lap down, in ninth. And Nick DeTraglia in 10th, 2 laps down. We have Sean Happick in 11th with 3 laps down. Shane Johnson in 12th and 9 laps down. And James Tate is still sitting in the pits. But I believe he is done for the night and just didn't officially retire from the race. So right now we have 12 cars on the track out of our 19 that started. We only have 8 on the lead lap. Right now Brent McKee is putting a little distance between him and Stanley Hill. And Stanley Hill has a little bit of a distance between him and William Kern. They're not as close together as they were in the beginning of the night. They're going to have to try to work together to pull each other up to Brent McKee. Looks like Brent McKee is coming in the pit. That is going to give Stanley Hill the lead again. That is going to put William Kern in second and Casey Benson third. Randy Post is sitting in fourth. He's having himself a pretty decent race. William Kern is trying to get around Stanley Hill for the lead. I believe William Kern just brushed the wall a little bit. Doesn't look like it affects him. With that pit stop, that puts Brent McKee a lap down. He fell to ninth. But these guys are going to have to pit pretty soon, it looks like. Bobby Grady is in the pit. Looks like Stanley Hill is coming in the pit. That is going to give William Kern the lead. William Kern's going to have to pit sometime soon. Definitely within the next lap or two. Looks like William Kern is coming in the pits, so that will give the lead to Casey Benz. That will put Randy Post in second. Sean Happick is trying to stay ahead of Randy Post. Looks like Casey Benz is coming in the pit. He's coming in a little too hard. He gets it slowed down. Sean Happick is coming in the pit. That is going to give Randy Post the lead. Josh Revel is going to be in second. Right now there's only 2 cars on the lead lap. Randy Post is coming in the pit. Josh Revel is right behind him. So a lot of these guys are going to get their lap back. Randy Post and Josh Revel definitely played a good pit strategy. As long as they can get out in front of the rest of these guys. They're coming out of the pit road now. Brent McKee is going to pass them. Brent McKee is going to get the lead back with Bobby Grady in second and William Kern in third. But that was still a good strategy from Randy Post and Josh Revel, because instead of going a lap down, they stay on the lead lap. And now they have the most fuel out of everybody. We have 26 laps to go now. We only have 9 cars on the lead lap. Nick DeTraglia is the last car on the lead lap. Randy Post and Josh Revel definitely want to put the pressure on these guys so they can't save fuel because they have the most fuel out of them all. They want to put pressure on them to use as much fuel as possible to have to make them pit again or run out of fuel. Our biggest mover of the night is Brent McKee, up 18 spots. Bobby Grady's going to get a run. He's going to go to the outside of Brent McKee. Brent McKee's going to shoot back underneath for the crossover. Bobby Grady cannot make the pass. William Kern is sitting there in third. This is definitely one of the better races of the season. There was no clear domination from one driver all night, and there's still a dogfight with 21 laps to go for the lead. A lot of different leaders, a lot of different lead changes tonight. Definitely one of the better ones so far this season. We have 20 laps to go. We have 8 cars on the lead lap. Sean McLean is the last car on the lead lap. And he is definitely losing ground on these guys. Let's see, Sean McLean is on the backstretch. And Brent McKee is coming at it too, so Brent McKee is definitely running down Sean McLean. Looks like right now the top 7 cars looks to be safe from going a lap down. Unless they have to pit. "17 laps to go. Randy Post and Josh Revel definitely should work with each other because they have the most fuel. Because if they put the pressure on these guys on the outside, these guys would definitely have no resort but to pick up the pace. Looks like these guys are just cruising around, try to save some fuel. But looks like Bobby Grady just took a spin. Looks like he hit the apron. That's definitely going to change a lot of things as we are in our 8th caution. Let's see what happens to Bobby Grady. Maybe he was going to pit and locked it up because it doesn't look like he was trying to come back up on the track. But he definitely does a 360. No damage, no harm, no foul. That's definitely not what Brent McKee wanted to see. Everybody is going to come in the pit. Let's see if anybody plays any type of strategy here. Andre Cavallo is going to stay out, so that means he is going to get his lap back. I believe he should be in the lucky dog anyway. Looks like Brent McKee is in a drag race with William Kern off of pit road to see who gets the lead. Brent McKee is going to get the lead. William Kern's going to get second. Casey Benz is going to get third. Josh Revel's going to get fourth. Looks like Randy Post is going to get fifth. And Bobby Grady's going to get sixth. And Stanley Hill's going to get seventh. And Andre, that just got his lap back, is coming in the pit. We will have 8 cars on the lead lap as of now. Sean McLean is out there. What happened to my timing tower? There we go. Thank you for that, Wilder. For some reason I was hitting live, but it wasn't going, so I had to hit the play button, then live. But I appreciate it. Brent McKee is going to get a good jump over William Kern. Absolutely, Wilder. I think it's going to be an excellent last couple 12 laps. This whole race has been excellent. William Kern is on the outside of Brent McKee for the lead, but Casey Benz is right there. Josh Revel is there. Randy Post is there. Bobby Grady is right there. Literally a 6-car dogfight for the lead. Stanley Hill is going to make his way up. We have 8 cars on the lead lap. Nick Traglia is the first car 1 lap down if anything should happen. We are definitely having a dogfight right now. Oh, absolutely. McKee has a lot of pressure, but after we seen last night of what McKee did, at Lime Rock. He's definitely cool-headed. Josh Revel is going to take it 3 wide underneath for the lead. He's going to pass Brent McKee and William Kern. He got a 2-for-1. Brent McKee is going to go side by side with Josh Revel for the lead. We are 3 wide. Casey Vance is going to take it to the high side. Brent McKee is going to be stuck in the middle. We are still 3 wide, almost 4 wide for the lead. William Kern is coming underneath. Brent McKee and Josh Revel are literally wheel to wheel. These guys are in an absolute dogfight with 6 laps to go. Nobody wants to give an inch. Josh Revel is still in the lead. William Kern is trying to go underneath Brent McKee for second place. William Kern is going to take it 3 wide for the lead. Bobby Grady is going to jump underneath 3 wide for second place. Brent McKee is going to shove it 3 wide. Josh Revel thought better and backed out. We have our 9th caution of the night. Looks like Andre gets in the back of Stanley Hill. Stanley Hill gets sideways, comes back in Andre. Andre goes airborne. Both cars are absolutely wrecked. Let's see if they still have their fast repair. That is going to give William Kern the lead with not that many laps to go. Remember, William Kern is trying to go for the 3-peat. He's trying to go for 3 wins in a row. Which is definitely very unheard of in this league because there are so many good drivers. But William Kern did not put on a clinic like he did 2 weeks ago. Nick DeTraglia is going to get his lap back, so now we're going to have 8 cars still on the lead lap. Let's see the status of Stanley Hill. He definitely had his fast repair. He's leaving. Let's see about Andre. Andre will be out for the night. That is definitely unfortunate. Andre fought his way back many times. Even for a track like Kansas, it definitely wasn't on my bingo card for 9 cautions tonight. Let's see everybody's estimate fuel. Looks like they got a little less than half a tank. And they all pitted around the same time, so they'll have about the same fuel level. Even after that major crash, Stanley Hill is still going to stay on the lead lap. He's going to be in 7th, right in front of our lucky dog, Nick Traglia. We have 11 of our 19 cars still on the track. As the pace car drops off, William Kern is going to get a jump over Brent McKee. With 2 laps to go, let's see if they go into overtime. Let's see if William Kern can hold everybody off for the three-peat. Bobby Grady is going to go underneath William Kern for the lead. Randy Post is there. They are 3 wide for the lead, 4 wide for the lead. Josh Revel is going to the high side. We are going to have a wreck afterwards. William Kern is going to get into it. Nick Traglia is upside down. Bobby Grady is going to take first. William Kern is going to take second. And Casey Bentz is going to take third. Let's see what happens at the end of the line here. It looks like William Kern gets a little loose coming to the line. He slides sideways at the line. Gets into Casey Bentz. They're very lucky that was the white flag. I mean checkered flag. If that was the white flag, both of them would have been ruined. Absolutely great race for the night. As we are waiting for all of our guys to get in the interview booth, we are talking to the 3rd place finisher, Casey Bentz. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Not too bad. You definitely had an up and down night. What were you thinking after the first couple wrecks?
Well, first couple I was thinking, well, I didn't think it was going to be as messy as it was, unfortunately. Got caught up in a restart crash, check up in front of me, and there's just like nothing I could do. I moved right as fast as I could. It was just too little time to react. Got down there towards the end, and it felt like a fuel safe race again. I thought Will was going to have something for us again with the fuel, but I ended up being able to go 2 laps further than him there. Ended up coming in a lap right after him, which was probably a mistake because I don't know if you could hear the guys on the radios behind me were a lap and a half to the good on fuel at the end if it would have stayed green. So that would have been a tough race to try to beat them. But overall, I feel like, yeah, not a bad night.
Well, absolutely. You definitely had a great race, and even I said on the broadcast, even with Kansas, it definitely wasn't on my bingo card for 9 cautions. And if when you and William Kern got together, if that was the white flag, both your guys' nights would have been done. So, but yeah, you definitely had an excellent night. So, what was your objective coming into tonight?
Well, before coming in tonight, I didn't get any practices. I normally do so good here at Kansas. I don't really need practice for this track. I thought it was going to be a day race. When I loaded into the session and saw it was night, I knew we were going to be in a little bit of trouble. So I knew at that point it was going to be just survive, and mostly survived, especially at the end there with those that last restart being kind of messy. I didn't mean to turn Brant at all. He just came down the racetrack a little bit too quickly. My nose was already there. I couldn't back out of it. But yeah, I think the goal for tonight was just survive, and we did that.
Absolutely. With the second win of the season, how are you feeling for the rest of the season, especially you're going to Watkins Glen next week?
I finished third, James.
I
You're
hear
talking
you.
to third?
Oh, my bad, my bad. Sorry. I apologize. But yeah, but how do you see, you finished third. How you going with Watkins Glen next week?
Watkins Glen is going to be a lot of fun. Probably the track I have the most experience with the IndyCar on the roadside. So, again, I feel like this is going to be another race of survival. If you get a clean race in, you're probably going to finish top 5, top 3. So, hopefully, I see you back here next week.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And good luck. And this is time for your shout outs.
I don't know if I really have any. James, thanks for putting on the broadcast again.
Oh, absolutely. Well, hopefully we get to talk to you next week and even more throughout the season. Have a good night.
Yep, you too.
We're talking to second place finisher William Kern. But
What's up, guys?
Bobby stopped your three-peat. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm good with the second place run, man. It was kind of messy tonight at the first half. I don't know what was going on. I guess I don't know. Everybody was either rusty or just somebody. I think too many people were drinking last night. I think that's maybe what the problem was. But yeah, I mean, I'll take second. I have no problems with the second place. Bobby got it there at the end. I thought I might have had him. Maybe I faked him down low, and I saved that boost right for the very end, and I thought I was going to get him, but I kind of got stuck in between the apron and the top line, so it got me a little bit loose, and it is what it is. But congratulations to Bobby. I'm actually happy he won, and looking forward to next week. I love these cars on road courses. We got the Glen next week, which is my home track, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay. How you feeling about Watkins Glen, considering it's the first road course?
Oh, I'm feeling fine, man. I love these cars. Open wheel are awesome. F1 and Indy on road courses, they're a blast. They're an absolute blast. I'm looking forward to it. I should easily get a podium, hoping for a win, obviously. But my main thing right now is just trying to stay ahead of everybody else in points. I got the points lead finally and had a rough start to the season, but starting to pick back up here. And as long as I keep the points lead, I don't care. As long as I finish good, have a good night, and yeah.
Absolutely. You've been dominating all season, and you're definitely starting to pull away. It doesn't matter if you finish third, second, or first. So you're definitely wasn't the dark horse coming in, but you're definitely pulling away to be a good contender. What, 6 weeks in?
Yeah, I think we're about 6 weeks. Yeah.
Yep. Next week will be 7. So, but how you feeling for the rest of the season here?
Oh, I'm good with these cars, man. Like I said, I love being behind the wheel of these things. Open wheels have always been my favorite. So, I mean, it's been a while since I've been behind the Dallara 18, but it's only took me a race or two to get the hang of it again, and I got it now. So, I'm going for that championship, man. these guys are not easy to beat. These cars are not easy. You see how bad it got tonight, and it's not a matter of lack of talent. It's just a matter of when you get a racetrack like tonight and close racing, and you think you got more room next to you than you do, and the cars are so twitchy that you even slightly touch tires and you're spinning out. So I'm just looking forward to having non-super speedway races like tonight was.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys put on a show, but you definitely could tell the people that practice. You could definitely tell the guys that are better in these cars, and they're definitely finishing up front. Well, this is your time for your shout-outs.
As always, man, appreciate you up in the booth, keeping an eye on us all night, and always gotta, say I love the wife, love the kids. Appreciate everybody who puts on the league. Sean, Randy Post, with the series and everything, and they got their hands full, man. I think there's like 5 different series, and there's got to be at least 100 people up in here. It's crazy. These guys are doing a great job keeping everything in par, and yeah, like I said, just look forward to next week, and hopefully I can bring something home with the Glen.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we get to talk to you next week and the next coming weeks, and you're definitely motivated for that championship.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
We are talking to our winner, Bobby Grady. How you doing, bud?
Well, I'm doing great, man. It was nice to get a win and not be called Deuces anymore.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell Happy he's got to lose that name. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. That shit's over.
Yep, absolutely. I sat there and you were up and down all night, and like I was telling the other guys, it definitely wasn't on my bingo card for 9 cautions, even at Kansas. So.
Yeah, no, it was. We were hot lapping. I was like, man, this is gonna be a great race, and there's lots of room out here, and I never expected that either. Although I got pretty lucky with that last caution. I was trying to come in the pits, and I guess called my own number, and it worked out in my favor.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, you were up and down all night. So how was it? How was it coming into tonight?
Last week was tough because I got caught up, and I was fast last week, and quite honestly, have been loving these cars. Never driven them. After the first week, I wasn't even going to run no more because I just was slow. Couldn't figure out why I was so slow. Well, found out I had a brake pedal issue, and then all of a sudden figured that out. And these things are so much fun. And anyway, been running good. And last week, just got caught up in some stuff that wasn't even my fault, and a little frustrated. So coming in, I hadn't practiced any, but got to running and going. And these cars are just fast and fun, and a great group of guys to race with.
So how does it feel stopping William Kern from a three-peat?
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, Mr. Kern is probably my idol. I mean, he is fast no matter where he goes, what he does. And I learned something on that. I was telling him earlier, I learned a little bit of something off him because the way he was turning down in the corner. Well, on the last corner, I got behind him and turned down and under him, and it happened to work in my favor. So I learned from the master.
Definitely. Well, here's your time for your shout-outs.
Hey, I appreciate everybody at HVRL and everything you guys do, and I always want to thank Mama for letting me do this silly thing and giving me time to do it and putting up with it and everything else. And again, thank you guys.
Well, absolutely. Well, congratulations, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you next week and the next coming weeks.
All right. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Well, guys, that was a definitely good race. Glad everybody tuned in. Like I was telling the guys, definitely wasn't on my bingo card for 9 cautions, but it's racing. It is what it is. Next week they go to Watkins Glen, the first road course of the season. So That's definitely going to be interesting. Definitely tune in. Remember, tomorrow night we have our road series. I will be in the booth. Sunday we have our podcast and our truck series. Monday we have our championship series. That's definitely getting good. Tuesday we have our ARCA series. We are at, for everybody that watches NASCAR and has watched NASCAR, we are going to the Rockingham. That's definitely an older track. We're going there Tuesday. And like I said, next week, the IndyCar will be at Watkins Glen. So hopefully everybody has a good night. And see everybody tomorrow.